Srila Goswami Maharaj tells about his experience, his relation to his Gurudev and his realization about this highest science, spiritual science, beyond the conception of materialistic people. He speaks, he tells us about his Gurudev. Our Guru Maharaj wanted to conquer the whole territory of Maya. Means he wanted to conquer Maya. Maya, illusion. That was his spirit. So he wanted to destroy illusion. It was like a battle. We have to understand. To attack from different directions. One of the moderate leaders of the time, a pro-Hindu, when he came to the Kolkata Math, he appeared to have some knowledge of the scriptures and also of Bhagavatam. When he heard our Guru Maharaj speak, he asked many questions and said that I can't imagine these two things that I find here. Such deep knowledge of the Bhagavatam and such appreciation at every stage of argument, reciting and giving quotations from the Bhagavatam. So whatever the subject matter of discussion, a Bhagavad Shloka means a verse from the Bhagavatam is given support of that. So for every question he asked, or they ask, our Acharyas, Prabhupada, our Gurudev, they can quote or they can, their roots are given in the Bhagavata, in Srimad Bhagavatam. The scripture who is giving answer to all spiritual questions. So whatever they say, it gives support of that thing what he says, what he speaks. So much deep knowledge of Bhagavatam I have never seen before, nor conceived. So this guest here, he was also a learned Vedantist. And another thing, a daily religious paper, I can't conceive that daily a religious paper is published. Just like the newspapers here, heute or what is other, Austria, or whatever, they are writing. But he also published every day newspaper about the spiritual news. Prabhupada's answer was that we are talking about Vaikunta. Vaikunta is a place beyond our mundane conception. That is the spiritual, our spiritual home. That unlimited world. And this world is Maya, which means a limited world. So many daily newspapers are going on with the subject of this limited world. In the unlimited world, there's only one daily newspaper. That is inconceivable to you. So he was arguing like this. There are so many things going on at the transcendental plane, on the spiritual plane. Because we are blind, we cannot see. You see only mundane, only what our eye can conceive. Our touch, our taste, our ears. But we are not conscious of the world, what is higher, deeper, what is beyond our temporary existence here in this material world. There's so much news in this world, in the other world. So influenced by the discussion of our Guru Maharaj, that man started publishing books in his own way. But he was not successful in that matter. So the books of the Gaudiya Math, however, are of a different kind. They are based on scientific principles with Harinam. It is mentioned in the Shastra that the smallest amount of Krishna consciousness can purify remaining anarthas. What means anarthas? Unwanted things. Unwanted things is all sinful things. We practice like smoking, like alcohol, like rubber, like all these things. So that the smallest amount of Krishna consciousness, if you become conscious of this one who is beyond this material world, can purify all these unwanted things what we are experiencing in this world. It is so powerful and disinfecting that the least connection of Krishna consciousness can purify miraculously. But it must be proper Krishna consciousness to purify the nirguna. Nirguna meaning there's the gunas who are working in this material world, controlling us. Means all these desires, the mind, we are under the influence from the external energy. Our eyes are the master, and our ears, whatever we hear, this is our guide, gunas. Sometimes we are in Dhammaguna, means ignorance. Sometimes in Shataguna, sometimes we get some better understanding. But it is the gunas. All of them are the gunas in this material world. But nirguna means when we are not anymore under the influence of the external impressions, what we are getting, wandering in this material world. The nirguna, the highest class of nirguna conception, like a small homeopathic dose, like a small homeopathic dose can work miraculous cures immediately. Instantly, any man from the lowest class may be fit for the highest duty of a brahmana, if there's such sangha, with the association of the sadhus. So by associating with real sadhus, it can sangha, satsanga means associating with sadhus. By their combined force, any bold attempt may be taken up. So he may become qualified from the lowest class may be fit for the highest duty of Brahmana. So we heard from our Prabhupada, so many friends have come to me to help me in the discharge of my duty. So Srila Prabhupada speaking like this. He started alone this mission, Gaudiya. But then so many came to help me in the discharge of my duty. His duty, he saw that he has to spread Mahaprabhu's message. What the Mahaprabhu started. I should do all these things myself, but because I'm not fit for that, Krishna has sent so many friends to help me in that action. This is the real conception of Vaishnava in our Guru Varga. We are told to see things in this way. When we look to the real plane, we find that everyone has a separate soul. By nature, everyone belongs to Krishna only, and none else. So each has come to help under the different garb. In a different color, they have come to the service of their Lord. The Swarup Shakti is engaging those of different stages to help in the discharge of her duty to serve Krishna Lila. To be used in Lila. Lila means pastime. Pastime means that the Lord is not a dead mass of matter or not some nothingness. No, he is a person who wants to enjoy always. So for this enjoyment he performs, he expends himself in different forms and enjoys different leelas or different in different position. So like Ram Chandra, he is like a king, or in Vaikunta he is supreme lord with 4 hands, or he's performing pastimes as a boar, as a half man, half lion, or he is the most sweet and the highest. He performs his pastime or lila in the form of a cowherd boy. So what his expansions, his associates, Pasharas is called. This is also him. And he gives every part, every soul, what is coming from him, their spiritual beings. They perfectly act according to his pastimes he wants to perform. And we are also meant for these pastimes. One of these many pastimes, we are members. But we have decided it wrong. We have turned our head to Krishna, we have turned away our head from Krishna. So now we are thinking, it is better I am the enjoyer than he enjoys everything. Something like this, I want to enjoy like him. This is in every one of us because it is also in Krishna. He wants to enjoy. So the tiny, insignificant part we are, also this is in us. But the real enjoyment is when they give pleasure to the source of everything, the center. We come from him. We are still him. We are not separated. We are always with him. But we have got free will, because otherwise you cannot perform pastimes. We cannot experience love. If it's forced, it is not love. It must be free, will. Huh? So in his sweetest form as Krishna, everybody loves him so much that everybody would just for seeing some sweat on his lotus feet, just to remove this sweat. Lalita said she would die 1,000 times just to make him comfortable. She would even risk to go to Mathura and die 1,000 times. Just if she can remove the sweat. Such deep love, we do not understand these things in our world. Her duty to serve Krishna Lila, to be used in Lila, everything is for himself. In Hegelian language, Hegel, he quoted because he was studying, is a Western. He also had some good expressions, or good some understanding in language for itself. Everything is for himself. So that is sacrifice, to sacrifice everything for his satisfaction. So everything what we can see, what we can perceive, mentally or gross, everything is meant for his enjoyment. If we use it for your enjoyment, then we get covered by illusion. And this is our situation. That is the main current of thought and purity. The highest type of purity is there, surrender to the autocrat. And the autocrat is the absolute good, beauty, love, and harmony. Don't be a miser dealing with him. Wholesale giving, realizing that we are his property. He is our master to make or mere. He is in a position to do anything he likes with us. Such a master. Surrender of such quality can save us, give us eternal life and healthy life. We must live and breathe in such an atmosphere where he has full right over us to make or mere. So we belong to him. This realization must be of such a degree of purity that the degree of holiness will also increase accordingly. Purity and holiness are of the same order. Ordinary purity is not purity proper. It must come to the standard of holiness, divinity. Tat Bharatvena Nirmalam. Purity is Nirmala. Tat Bharatvena. As much as we realize that we are meant for him, according to that degree, the purity will increase. Savobhari vinimuktam. What is otherwise, that must be removed. Tat Bharatvena Nirmalam. An innermost understanding that we fully belong to him, a type of slave. This is poison to hear from a materialist. Everybody wants to be the master, the controller, the God, more or less. Power, name, fame, profit. They never want to become slave or servant, you know. But in the spiritual world, this is the highest position. It's the highest position. The purity is there as much as we have faith in him. That is the standard of purity. So much it is pure and divine and holy does not mean that the realized position is an abstract one. Rishikesha Sevana Bhakti Uchyate. All the constituent parts of our spiritual body will be utilized. They are not your enemy. The enemy is in the nature of engagement, not in those that are doing some function, not there. They should not be eliminated at all, but only the nature should be changed. Everything will be gold. From iron it will be converted into gold. From mud it will be converted into gold. But everything will be retained. Only the nature is to be changed. The dreadfulness of danger is only with a conception of a secondary interest, a conception of separate interest from that of the absolute center of absolute good. That is to be eliminated, nothing else. Everything will be kept intact and utilized to its fullest satisfaction and fulfillment. Everything has its real and highest fulfillment. Only the connection should be established. Is there any question or any? Somebody hearing me? This is ignorance. We're living in the material world, we're not able to understand more deep things. It is not, it's not possible. So, his Guru Maharaj speaks, he tells about his Guru Maharaj. Our Guru Maharaj did not emphasize the worship of or installed deities of Gaur Nityananda, only Panchatattva. And in other places, he established a pure Madhurya Radha. Mahaprabhu, Radha Govinda. Everywhere he installed Mahaprabhu, both combined with Radha Govinda and separate. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vrikkiti Rarini Shaktiya Smad Ekatmanava Pipu Vidam Gadamda. Chaitanyakhyam Bhagatam Atunazanam Jagyam Aptam Radha Bhava Yudhi Subritam Nauma Krishna Swarupam. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, they separate themselves eternally. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. This is a sloka from Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Krishna appeared in Kali Yuga, something like 520, 30 years, I think, ago. He appeared there, not blackish. Krishna is blackish, bluish, black, but in a golden form. means Radharani is appears in a golden her form is golden. So they united, they appear in this Krishna appeared together with Srimati Radharani in this material world to install, to give us, or supervising us, or teaching us how we can understand, how we can go back home, where we are coming from. So that's because the Radharani, he took the color of Radharani, but he is Krishna. Ikatmana Vapi Bhuvi Bhura. And in ancient times, Radha and Krishna divided themselves for a particular lila. But Chaitanyakam Bhagatam Tuna Dattayam Jaigyam Aptam, again they have combined. Radha Bhava Jyoti Suvritam Nam Krishna Swarupam. The potency and the owner of the potency are very closely embraced. So, potency means the Shakti, and the owner of and the Shakti himself are very closely embraced. So the predominator and the predominated tendency are present with an extraordinary ecstatic feeling. Krishna is overpowered by the potency and he's searching after himself. Krishnasya Atmanusandana. The influence of Radharani over Krishna is that Krishna is transformed into a devotee. And he is searching himself. Sweetness personified is tasting itself and becoming mad. So Guru Maharaj preached exclusively this material laws, but with great precaution. What is not that thing? He perhaps used 90% of his energy to preach that this is not material rasa, the negative side. To clear away the negative side, he had to spare his words gallons of blood to teach that this is not that rasa, that dinati, this is not that thing, this is not that thing. Like in the materialistic world, materialistic people or beginner devotees, they think that this loving relations in this material world is the same like the loving relationship Srimati Radharani has with Krishna. So they are they are imitating, but this is nothing. It is like day and night. It is like South Pole, North Pole. They are so far away, and they are absolutely the opposite. And whatever he did, Pujala Raga Bhattab Gaurava Panga, his whole life is a nutshell, is expressed in this, his own expression. Pujala Raga Bhatta, the very nature of Sampradaya is this. Sampradaya means this, to separate succession. Pujala Raga Bhatta Gaurava Pange, Madala Harijana, Ishaya Range. Ujjala Raga Bhatta Gaurava Pange, the whole tenor of his preaching expedition was Ujjala Raga Bhatta Gauranga Panga. The Raga Bhatt is above on our head, means it is beyond of our understanding. Our intellect or our brain, our mind is not you cannot reach this plane. It is above our head, he calls it like this. But that is a goal. We have to go there. But before that, you have to charm for many things, the grandeur. You should try to learn that which is at present charming to you. Learn to utilize that for the service of that great domain of love. The majestic, the awe and the wealth, the reverence, what is grand to you, what attracts you most. All these things, put them in the service of that Lord of love and beauty. The absolute is beauty, love and harmony, an autocrat. Everything should be sacrificed for him. Learn this. Like, what is the greatest attachment we have in this material world? Who dares to say it? Huh? Money is just a byproduct. Everybody knows, but nobody dares to say. We know it all. So if we put this towards Krishna, it is a perfection. It is our perfection. Then we will realize what the real thing is. And what we experience in this world is the perverted reflection, temporary, and the beginning has an end. So whenever you come in connection with sacrifice, it into the fire to establish the Lord of love for his least satisfaction. All this grandeur may be put into the fire. Learn this. Don't try to attempt to get him within your fist. That was the whole tenor of his preaching. Yes, anything clear? Yeah, we read one page more. Rupa Goswami has classified Madhurya Rasa in Ujjwal Nirmani. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, he gives the signs of general devotion, general bhakti, and the gradual development of bhakti. And the highest position which comes to Madhurya Rasa, it is finished there. So this bhakti, the basic understanding is given in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. It is translated also. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is the first part, and then the second part is Ujjwala Nilmani. This goes more, it goes into deep. It is not suggested by the acharyas that we are beginners, that we are reading this, or we hearing this. There are only Madhurya Rasa has been dealt with in detail. Madhurya Rasa means the most intimate relation we can have with the Supreme Person. Most confidential, most private. We are imitating this here in this world. But this is a perverted reflection of the real. You will never get happiness, not temporary happiness. I have not gone through it, but only Chaitanya Charitamrita and other literatures. So even Srila Sridhar Maharaj has not gone to this Ujjwal Nilmani. It is very deep. We can read it, but we will not understand anything. We will just turn it to our side, to the mundane conception, and then we are living here lustfully, and we try to chase. So we did not venture to enter in the details of material ras. Our Gurus did not like it. But it will come irresistibly within you as you go on with Shravan and Kirtana. Ujjala Raga for the Gaurava Banga. The full conception is so high. When it comes, it will awaken within you. It won't be awakened by any other person. So this is how this high devotees, Rasika devotees, they are called. It is not by reading, or it is not by, it will come. Automatically it will come when we are purified, when we are pure, when we are spiritually realized. It will awaken within you. It won't be awakened by any other person. An example was given by Gokishore Das, Babaji Maharaj. Babaji Maharaj used to live in a very small hut on the banks of the Ganges. Another gentleman, imitating him, erected a similar cottage nearby. And externally he used to show renunciation like Babaji Maharaj. Eating, not eating, taking part, some days not taking part. Even we would criticize that. Because we are sadhakas. We have to follow the sadhana regularly. But they're beyond, they are not living in this material world. Eating, not eating, taking part, some days not taking part. In this way he was showing some physical austerity. So this one man who built near him and want to imitate him. And Gokishoras Babaji remarked one day to the one sadhu, only by entering a labor room, a girl does not produce a child. It is a mere imitation, but many things are necessary beforehand. So only when you are in the labor room means, I don't know how they call this room where child gets born, yes, and imitating the pain the mother feels when a child coming. Just by imitating this, you will not get a child. You will not get there. Many things necessary before. Our Guru Maharaj told that it is not an easy thing. It is the highest of the high. So don't venture to run towards that. The day will dawn by the grace of the Lord when you will not be able to resist that thing. This is how it comes. When we develop some pure love to the Lord, when we are become attached to the lotus feet of the Lord, more attached to anything of this material world, then it may come. You cannot even resist. It will automatically come. That tendency is within you, so go on. Inamali Sanjanitya Shavanadichala. The duty of the Mali or the disciple is to pour water on the root, and there will be natural growth. then the fruit will come down and you will taste it. So don't venture to rush into that. Ujjwal Nilamani is a book where only Madhurya Ras has been dealt with in detail. And in a short way that is given here and there in Chaitanya Charitamrita in a well-guarded way. We will approach from there, and whatever little we have heard from the lips of our Guru Maharaj, whatever we have heard, that is enough. And one day we may be allowed to enter that domain. So it should not be our endeavor to go towards this highest, intimate, confidential, plane. There is one day we may be allowed to enter that domain, and it will come unresistible. It will come to us, and it will be revealed, or we will enter automatically. The manjaris are there. Manjaris means the gopis, the small gopis there, young. And different departments, so many things are there. It is on our head, and we are hoping that is on the upper side of our attainment. But do not unnaturally enter there. Everything will be spoiled. We are not ready to spoil our fortune. Whatever we have there is much more there. So much more. There's no greater prospect for mankind to reach. So why should I be so much attent and impatient to spoil my prospect? Don't spoil it. What we have, that is enough food. And if we do not find any food, then to try to find it will be the treasury. Eagerness is good, but rushing is foolish. And the devotee's tendency should always be to go to the lower service. I don't know. That is a high topic. I try to see it from the other side, from the materialistic side. How one would think to hear this. How much he can understand. So, anybody understood? Oh, you, of course, you have understood. You are there. Yes, somewhat. Yeah, they practice now in this world. They have to make the experience in this world. It's unnatural. If you're not qualified and to go towards these things, then you will be running like dog. Next life, it will be dog or monkey. They can have all this, their desire fulfilled. One monkey had at least 15, 20 she monkeys. They want these things. The thing is, even these things is natural in this world. But we cannot do it without the Lord. Like Bhakti Thakur had 13 children. But he was not a lustful person. There were great devotees amongst his children, like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Great personalities. It is transcendental. He never thought that this is natural. It is natural in the material world. But if you do it only for your satisfying your lusty desire, and you exclude the Supreme Lord, the pleasure is meant for Him. Whatever pleasure you may experience, it is meant for Him. All the pleasure. If you want to enjoy it, you're a thief. And you will put into illusion. It's not possible. Pleasure can be only attained by pleasing the Lord. How to please Him? When we realize that everything is meant for Him, everything belongs to Him, everything is created by Him, there's nothing outside of Him. Even the smallest thought I have, it is seen by Him, it is part of Him. This is, we should not try to artificially understand this. Then it becomes like this, such realization. These things happen, this is material world. If you make mistakes, if you material nature will punish you, keep you ignorance. So if there's no only question, time is over. We can close. Jai Srila Siddhadev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Srila Gurudev Nitya Leela Pravishtam Vishnu Pada Paramahamsa Acharya. Astota Sata Srimad Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanand.